MP, how you feeling?
We know MP came ready to play.
Back, because it's gonna be a thing. Big
issue at any time that needs to be addressed. Please text the word along with your issue and seek resolution to 55555. Remember, our guest credentials team will respond and address your concern immediately.
Man, that's a fucking big one.
Available for your Blowing Home game.
Yeah, dudes are going on trying to see how far before we lose again. To the top. That's the line of the Chicago Bulls.
We hope to see you out there for next home game. We can't wait to see you at our next tournament, Bulls fans, because each and every one of you will be getting your own Bulls backpack.
Just for right, make sure to be here for our figurine giveaway. Come to the game and
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast with a twist on tonight's game. It'll count towards the NBA Cup. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Pistons. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Bulls, 3.5 back.
And I think for the Pistons, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you've got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Miller is out there with Marcus Sasser. Then it's Thompson. Then it's MP. And it's Williamson in at the four-man position. And for Chicago, Vucevic is out there with Bruce Ellis. Then it's Harden. Then it's White. And it's Williams at the three. And when you're taking on a back-to-back, Richard, does your approach change at all?
As a player, not much. The coaches, they may look to adjust some minutes, but on the court, you just got to keep pushing.
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Picked by Vucevic. White. A three-pointer is right on target.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
And that one, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Here's Williams following the basket by MP. And the rejection by MP. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. We've played just over a minute here in the first. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
I'm just going to say this. It's too easy for Hart. He is so good at recognizing when to rise up in that mid-range.
Thompson, left side. MP against Vucevic. MP. Chicago grabs the miss. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really, free throws were the story. Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Thompson, 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. And Chicago has possession. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
You can see it in that game. Despite the odds going against them, once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
When they say don't give your opponent confidence, this is what they mean. They were allowed to hang around, and by the end, they were the team that believed in themselves.
And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
It's stolen by Buzelis. And here's the fast break. Here's Williams. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Getting physical on the glass and getting a bucket, that's what Vooch does.
And it's Miller in the corner. And here's MP for 3. Good. And Miller gets the assist. MP's got 5 now. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Outside White.
You coming in there with me? You staying here?
That's to Vucevic. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Vucevic. Launches it. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
MP's shot is good.
I like everything he's doing so far offensively, finding his spots, making strong selections.
Outside White. Over in the corner, Williams. Buzelis with the ball. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
MP finds Thompson. Thompson, a screen on Vucevic. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
The MP doing a great job letting the play develop, making the defense pick their poison.
And so Harden will bring it up for the Bulls. It's a 5-point game. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against San Antonio played some superb basketball. He scored 33 points, and that was only part of it, as he added a triple-double for his work. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Williams sends a screen for Buzelis. Hits the 3-point bomb.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
Here's MP. It's all in by the Bulls.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Pass to Vucevic. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
Consistently productive. Vooch can get you 20 and 10 every single night.
The first free throw is good. Chicago making some changes.
Substitution on the court.
It's stolen by Smith. On the floor for Detroit, they've got Tobias Harris. Thompson is out there with Ivy. Then there's Holland. And it's MP in at the 5 down low. Now here's Herter. All scoring in this one. Thompson outside. And the 3 ball is good.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
Bounce pass Herter. Screen by Smith. Harden outside. Over Ivy. Harden, no good. Pistons trail by 8. In the corner, it's Harris. Takes a 3. Harden grabs the miss.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And finished off by Wiseman.
And just caught the D there by surprise. Lovely Wiseman goes for the big end on the alley-oop.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pistons trail by 10. Thompson outside. Pass to MP. Back to Thompson. Here's Holland. Shoots a 3. The rebound by Harden.
Why is he trying to get him to sleep up there?
Well, can you move him that way so he don't fall? I didn't say watch YouTube, baby. I don't want you to hurt yourself when you go to bed.
Down low. Here's Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman. Roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
MP kicks to Thompson. To the middle. Kicks it out to MP. And they recover it. Harris's shot is good.
And he's been shooting more threes of late. Harris is very, very comfortable with that shot.
Now here's Harden. This game he had 28 points. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Harden's got 7 points. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
These niggas trying to fry my ass, bro. That's what they think that's about to happen. What is mine? Watch this. Quick turnaround real quick. Watch this shit.
Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Wiseman. Buzelis comes in for Jalen Smith. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Kobe White in for Kevin Huerter. Then for the Pistons, Williamson is checked in for Holland. Brandon Miller comes in for Harris. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Thompson. Here's Harden. Following the basket by MP. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Buzelis with the ball. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Here's Ivy. And it's White with the rebound.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Williams passes to Vucevic. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MP.
And the way that he has been able to
you see that work being put in.
Nothing for his teammates has been remarkable. Fantastic and timely passing combined with his vision is something that all players should aspire to have.
Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for James Harden. And Detroit with a change here, too. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Jaden Ivey.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
Now here's White. 6 points for him. Pass to Buzelis. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. 6 to shoot. Williams sends a screen for White. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Buzelis. And again, Chicago. No good. Pistons trail by 8. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. What a
Yeah,
good
about
outlook
to
there.
Friday.
Hey, thank you.
You on our way back.
Now here's White. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. A wide open look here for Vucevic. No good with the triple.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Close in. No stopping MP. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set. And there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Pick by Vucevic. They could use a bucket. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective.
Sasser can't hit. Chicago leading by 4. Here's Williams. Still scoreless. Back to White. Williams sends a screen for White. Buries it from three-point range. And the Bulls lead by 7.
For a true center, Vooch is excellent in that catch and shoot.
Here comes MP, and MP throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Dosunmu after the basket by Detroit. Vucevic setting the pick for White. Over Sasser. MP grabs the miss. MP's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Sasser gets the bucket. Sasser's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And shooting better from three-point range here in the second, but overall still struggling right around 30% from beyond for the game.
White dishes to Vucevic, 18 feet out. That's good on the jump shot. Vucevic has got 11 points.
And Vuce is an effective shooter, especially from that mid-range area.
Shoots the 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Bulls lead by 4. And we'll be back right after this.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
You never know how long it will take for a rookie to adjust to the NBA game. But these guys have...
And that'll do it for halftime.
Oh, no,
we send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout.
Everywhere.
He was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted areas seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
They've got Vucevic, Harden out there with White. Then there's Patrick Williams. And it's Buzelis in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Now White, after Zion Williamson missed from long range. Here's Vucevic. Thompson with the rebound. Pistons trail by 4. The Pistons working the ball around now. Pass to MP. MP going right to the rim.
When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
Now Buzelis. Williams sends a screen for Harden. And it's off from three-point range. And so MP will bring it up for the Pistons. Sasser. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
3-point.
MP's got 3 assists tonight. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Here's Buzelis. Back to Harden. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Pistons.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
And here is MP. 23 points in the game. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot.
Yeah, I'm scared of him. Yeah, I'm down them bitches.
Bulls trail by 3. Outside, White. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
No, yeah, Harden. Oh, here
Here's Harden. Harden missing again.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Pass to MP. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
That was a weak ass.
Buzelis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Harden. That one goes in. 9 points for James Harden.
I'm just going to say this. I don't think the average fan understands how strong Harden is. He has no problem finishing through contact with those wide shoulders.
Now, here's MP. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. Nailed from three-point land.
For 3.
Miller's got 5.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Harden looking it over. A shake. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. To the inside. It's stolen by Buzelis. White, wide open. He fires. That 3 off the mark. Pistons leading by 4. Williamson kicks to MP. Off target with his 3. Chicago's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Vucevic. The 17-footer goes down. 13 points in the game.
No question, Vucevic is locked in right now, just giving a ton of energy on that offensive end.
Here's MP. He doesn't hit that one. 18 that time from Vucevic. For the tie. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. For Chicago, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
The southpaw, hard, lucky lefty. He's a tremendous offensive player who can pretty much get triple-doubles in bunches.
Osumu, he's checked in for the Bulls. Detroit also making some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Zion Williamson. And Ivy subbed in for Marcus Sasser. And here are the Bulls now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Picked by Vucevic. Fires the 3. Dosunmu, shot's good. Dosumu's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
The shot by Ivy, no good. Chicago has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. White against Miller. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And slam dunk by Harris.
And I understand that people might not realize this, but he's 6'7". You cannot forget about his bounce because he's got some.
Outside, White. Nobody near Williams. From outside, off the mark. And so, MP will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Harris finds MP.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he could be inside.
Outside, White. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Williams passes to Vucevic. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 15 here tonight. And he may never be an all-star, but Richard, Tobias Harris has a big impact on the game.
And he came into the NBA as a 3-man. But in a lot of ways, he's become the prototype modern power forward. Able to hold his own inside, but also space the floor from 3.
Here's Dosunmu following the 3 by Detroit. And the Bulls with another miss. Thompson inside, defended by Dosunmu. Here's Ivy. And a miss there on the triple. Bulls trail by 4. Outside, White. Inside. Williams' shot is off.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
And it's Thompson that time on the assist by MP.
Take him to the rack.
MP's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Harden against Ivy. Back to Harden. Pass to Vucevic. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson inside the line. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Now Harden. He's got 10. Wide, a screen on Ivy. Right wing. 1 second left. Oh, and he got the ball.
Woo. One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's Detroit. They're up by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here.
You know what time it is. Let's get loud.
He's checked in for Chicago. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. MP's checked in for Robinson. Williamson comes in for Harris. Miller's checked in for Holland. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. Smith with a screen on Ivy.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Detroit?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. They've got Marcus Sasser. Williamson out there with Miller. Then it's Ivy. And it's MP in at center.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Here's Dosunmu. Now here's Wiseman. Tries again. And he lays it up and in.
Now listen, we know Wiseman has a nice outside game, but inside there aren't too many guys who can match up with him physically.
Pass to MP. Miller kicks to MP. It's deflected. Stolen by Harden. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
If there's one guy out there that can do instant damage, it's Harden. Look, he makes a play on one end, then goes solo on the break.
And the dunk by MP.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And stolen by MP. Here's Sasser and a strong finish with two hands.
If you get open, MP will find you.
Bulls trail by 13. Dosunmu with it. Williams a screen on Ivy. Dosunmu's shot is off.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Floats one up. It's hauled in by MP. And stolen by Williams. Rebound, Detroit. MP's.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Yep, that one goes. MP's got 4 points now in the quarter.
MP works to refine his shooting mechanics every day, and it shows up in his game.
Pass to Harden. It's up a three, and it's MP with the rebound.
He knocked down a three in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Here's Ivy. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Pistons lead by 18.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Some changes for Chicago. Vucevic
like that,
is checked in for Wiseman. Vucevic comes in for Smith, and it's White in for Dosunmu. And a switcher also for Detroit. Thompson's checked in. Harden dishes to White. Here's Vucevic. Trains it from beyond the arc.
The ability to stretch the floor is such a dangerous weapon for Vuce and his team.
MP passes to Thompson. Up and in on the layup. And 12 points now in the game from Asar Thompson.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you
Stuff
can
done
see
since
how
K
they're finishing their play.
Be that shit.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Miller against White.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Williams kicks to White. 5 to shoot. From downtown. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And MP throws it down.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Back to Harden. Pass to Vucevic. Detroit with the rebound.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Detroit.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And once they polish off this win, there'll be one more victory.
Had to get up out of there, man. The dudes got crushed at the end.
What a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
And he was doing everything out there.
Crushed.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.